AI is here, and it is here to stay. On November 30th, 2022, the world has changed forever. And that's because for the first time in history, artificial intelligence is available to everyone completely free of charge. And of course, I am talking about the #1 AI tool everybody is gossiping about right now, which is ChatGPT, a chatbot built by OpenAI, a non-profit research organization. As of today, you don't need to pay a dime, you just have to put in your email address and the entire AI world and the world of knowledge is at your fingertips. So let's take a look at how this tool will transform your life forever, whether you are a business owner, a professional, a student, a marketer, or a copywriter. I'll also share 4 ways how I've already used ChatGPT in my own businesses. But before we dig in, my name is Darius Lucas, and on this channel I share tips and strategies and tutorials on how to build a wildly successful online business, whether you are a copywriter or an entrepreneur. So don't forget to click like and subscribe. Now, do you see how powerful this is? At this very moment, there is a platform that allows anyone who has an email address to talk to AI machine and have it do whatever they want. It's like Google search plus a very smart virtual assistant, all on steroids. With an infinite amount of data, in seconds you can get texts, codes, images, sounds, answers to your questions, and almost anything that you can think of. And it does a very decent job considering there's no human on the other side. This is the reason why ChatGPT was able to reach 1 million users in only 5 days. No one was able to do it so quickly in the history of internet. And searching on Google will soon be the thing of the past. Why spend hours searching for the best keto diet plan when ChatGPT can generate it in seconds? But how does this faceless humanoid work? Well, this platform works as a chatbot where you have a conversation with AI robot. You simply enter in your questions and it answers with solutions, pretty much like Genie in the bottle. So what does it mean for you when you write copy if you're a copywriter or an entrepreneur? Well, it means that you can ask ChatGPT to write whatever you want. An entire article, a sales page, an email, questions for an interview, a YouTube script, and you will see the words being typed out on the chat in seconds. And that's exactly how I've been using it in my own businesses. Now, come with me onto my laptop and I'll show you real life cases how I've used ChatGPT on multiple projects. Okay, so we can have a look as to how I've used ChatGPT so far in my business. For example, what I did, I think a few days ago, was I was writing lots of Facebook ads and I needed to come up with various angles to talk about my project. So what I did was, I said to ChatGPT, write different variations of this headline. And then ChatGPT went and gave me this bunch of headlines. Now, the thing is, these are for Facebook, and Facebook ads do not like the word you, and that's sort of the policy of compliance. So I said to ChatGPT, well, rewrite these headlines without using the word you. And it's done a perfect job of doing it. And some of the headlines are truly brilliant. Or even if they are not very good, what I usually then do, I use them as inspiration. I take these headlines and I rework them in a sense that, they would make sense and that they would be powerful. So this is one of the cases. Then, for example, I had a YouTube video description and I asked ChatGPT to give me some ideas and rewrite what I had written. Again, what it had come up with wasn't perfect or groundbreaking, but it definitely offered me some keywords and some ways to think about the description that I absolutely loved. So I definitely used some of the sentences that ChatGPT had given me. Now then I had a play with ChatGPT and I looked at its ability to tell stories. So I shared with it something very personal and I said, well, my cousin passed away when I was 18. He was 20 at the time, and please write a story using Ali Smith's voice, which is a very amazing writer in the UK, and make sentences punchy and strong. And it came up with this amazing story. Again, is it a story that a human being could have written? No. Is it a story that you could take and rework and make it sound more personal and more authentic? Would that work? for sure it would. Then another thing that I was working on was one of the workshops that we run, and I wanted to explore what types of writing prompts it would come up with to deal with anxiety. Again, it came up with literally like 20 prompts. And I looked at some and they gave me a starting point to write my own prompts. And it's very, very useful because it's almost a trampoline to help you sort of get started. I then came up with an idea to write a YouTube script for entrepreneurs and copywriters who need help finding their niche. Now I said to ChatGPT, take Japanese Ikigai system and use that system as a basis for this video. So now what happened was it has definitely come up with a nice starting point for a YouTube script. And we used bits and bobs from this script because it just kind of condensed that information, and then we could take it, unpack it, and I made it my own. And then I could sort of create a nice video about it. So what ChatGPT does, it doesn't do the work for you, but it helps you get your work done much, much faster. So from these couple examples I just showed you, you can already see there is a great potential of making money online with this amazing tool. Essentially, you can just come up with ideas and make AI do the heavy lifting. You just have to type in clear directions in the chat, and once you have some good material, then you can leverage your expertise to do quality assurance, make tweaks when necessary, and have the finished product. But I know how you're feeling right now. You are probably having some mixed feelings, because on one hand, you can see this is a very useful tool and you feel excited. But on the other hand, it is working so well that it could replace a lot of your services that you might be providing and selling right now. Well, don't panic, my friend. This is not an apocalypse, and let me explain you why. There are some things that AI simply can't take away from us. And these are the things that are intrinsically human, and nobody will be able to take them away from us. So here are 3 superpowers that you as a copywriter, marketer, entrepreneur should always cultivate to make sure that you stay ahead of the curve. Number 1, heartfelt stories. Yes, sure, you can certainly ask ChatGPT to write stories for you, but trust me, people can do it better because we can understand human experience and convey it in words. We can describe the feelings and the emotions that we undergo as human beings in a way that no machine will ever be able to do it. And when you use this superpower in your marketing, in your copy, in your business, people will really genuinely connect to who you are and your business. Superpower number 2, creative thinking, which means being able to see things from new perspectives, new angles, and come up with different solutions. The creative flow can't be stopped or replicated because it's one of our superpowers, something that is super unique to who we are. And oftentimes you will find that the solution you're looking for is not in AI database, but in your creativity and in your soul. And lastly, number 3, emotional intelligence. This is the ability to recognize and manage your emotions. Many of the things that we build in life and business are based on rapport. So being able to build trust and be empathetic is something that differentiates us, human beings, from AI and brings us to success. This is the skill that allows you to listen actively to what people say, understand their problems and feelings, and turn all of it into powerful copy and products. So now there is one important thing to know with ChatGPT and other AI tools. The better the input, the better the output. That means you'll need good copywriting skills to make the most of ChatGPT. And I created a totally free copywriting course right here on YouTube. No need to go anywhere else. Just click on the video that's appearing on the screen somewhere right now and start watching, because these skills will be fundamental for you to make the most of ChatGPT as a business owner, as a copywriter, as an entrepreneur, and as a human being. I'll see you in the next video.